So the number one piece of advice that I would give is to cultivate the inventor's mindset from a young age, which I think is always keeping your eyes peeled out for a problem, always looking for a solution to the problem, and then lastly, very, very importantly, figuring out if your solution actually works by talking to people that would use it. So I think as a kid, I was very shy and afraid of making mistakes. I only wanted to do things that I was good at. So if I wasn't going to be the best kid in my math class, I didn't want to take the advanced math class. Or if I wasn't going to be the best girl on this team, I didn't want to be on the team. But that is a really terrible mentality because it doesn't matter how good you are at something when you first start it. As a young person, you're only beginning your journey on figuring out what you want to do in life. And so the most important thing that you can do at a young age is be open-minded and try a lot of new things.
Get into a project where you have to work with other people from different dimensions and different disciplines that are trying to work towards the same goal. Goal setting, by the way, is really important. What is your vision? What are you actually trying to do? And what problem are you trying to solve? You've got to identify a problem that really needs solving. So one of the most important things is, what questions are you asking to determine whether that's something that really needs solving?
If you're just starting and you're looking for a problem to solve, I would say look around your home, listen to what your parents or your grandparents are complaining about, identify that as a problem and start drawing out or thinking, what can you invent to solve that problem? And once you've drawn it out, you are on your first step of becoming an inventor, because now then you can start building prototypes and continuing brainstorming and sort of validating your idea with other people who could potentially buy your product.
I think AAAS may have some resources, but the best thing they could, I think, do at this point is start joining some webinars on entrepreneurship, just to learn what's the process of building a company, and join, depending on what field they are in terms of engineering, start joining webinars and reaching out to experts in the field to get their advice on the viability of their solution, so they can see if it's even worth putting in the time to build a company around it.
Now, it's important to know about failure stories because often people don't talk about their failures, but I am super transparent. And so it is going to be difficult sometimes when you're starting to create a product. You have to think about reliability, because once you create your prototype, it may work for you, but it may not work for me. And so you have to think about, how do I make sure that whoever uses my product is able to get that product in the same form as what I initially designed, and make sure they can use it reliably. I would encourage you to listen to podcasts like How I Build This, and listen to successful entrepreneur stories. On that podcast, they're super transparent of all their struggles, which I still listen to it because for me, it's very empowering to know how people push past their failures. So that would be a good thing for you to listen to, so that you can be motivated and continue your journey for inventing.